Hi, my name is Ed Canzano, and I'm here to introduce you to G&G Projects, a superbly versatile and all-inclusive painting, restoration, and fine carpentry company. What we do every day is to repair, restore, build, and transform surfaces, and we've been doing it for 30 years. Behind all the techniques and treatments, behind all the complex and arcane things we do, is a very deep ambition and commitment to create beauty that really lasts. We are a company you can depend on to follow through. This is the first of 3 photos of a Manhattan townhouse, whose owner insisted that her designer use G&G Projects based on our work in her Princeton, New Jersey home. You'll notice the soft, serene quality of the walls in each picture of this project. The homeowner had wanted an upgrade for her new drywall, and for that we installed an anti-fracture fiberglass material to all sheetrock walls and ceilings. In this proprietary custom process, a gypsum coating was then applied, sanded, and painted numerous coats, which gives these areas a unified, subdued look of charm and elegance. None of the treated surfaces resemble sheetrock in any way, but rather have the more serene look of plaster or even stone. Our crew is superbly trained to perform the most complex tasks of painting and restoration while rigorously protecting all fine furniture, personal belongings, and existing fabric wall covering. Here is an example of an elegant Princeton library with its walls repainted, its ceilings exquisitely gilded, and the finished woodwork cleaned and restored. In this entry hall, the homeowner wanted to replicate the look of 18th century limestone block. Our faux limestone finish is composed of a blend of American clay plaster and milk paint products, which we incised with a block pattern appropriate to the space. The wall treatment is complemented by the deeply tinted glaze finishes we created for the handrails and the stair treads. Custom floor design is one of our specialties. This contemporary diamond pattern painted kitchen and dining room floor is only one example. We pride ourselves on being able to work with the homeowner or designer to help determine and then create a vast range of desired effects. Our custom trim installations provide architectural interest and quiet drama to an otherwise unadorned space. Combining the finest milled products with superb finishes creates an elegant and tranquil atmosphere. For those who love the world of wood finishes, we are able to install beautifully fabricated and finished woodwork. We pride ourselves on bringing the full depth and breadth of our expertise into the details. At G&G, we are fully equipped to handle any exterior project, large or small. Our projects include 19th century masonry mansions, colonial homes, modern contemporary homes, as well as numerous museums and church projects. 3 decades of experience and expertise have made us an invaluable resource to owners of properties at all levels. This is a project we came to after the homeowner's newly installed cedar siding began to reject the paint that had been applied. The painter had skipped the critical step of opening the cedar by sanding it, thus making it receptive. You can't do that with cedar. Cedar needs to be carefully sanded and painted within 10 days of sanding, or you run the risk of having problems with the coating. This photo shows the house after it had been fully stripped, sanded, and repainted. Having completed the restoration of its next-door neighbor, Princeton University's Ivy Club, we were initially hired by the University Cottage Club as a consultant. The question was simple: why were the recently painted windows, doors, and soffits peeling so badly? Would that solution was as easy as the answer. After 100 years, the coating simply needed to be fully removed and the exposed wood surfaces fully abraded. Once this was accomplished, we were able to repaint all surfaces. Prior to this work, the building had required constant attention. When our work was completed, we were able to put the building on a painting schedule of repainting it once every 10 years. Under the direction of architect Michael Graves and designer Victoria Hagan, we painted the Dairy Cottage Barn, a project featured in Architectural Digest. At the Wellesley Congregational Church, we were hired to complete a full restoration and painting of the exterior. These windows were first stripped to bare wood, and all glazing was removed. All joints were strengthened with epoxy, and the windows were reglazed and repainted. All of these steps are part of the process of any thorough exterior restoration involving windows. Whether working on a state-owned museum such as Historic Morven, or Pennsylvania's Pennsbury Manor, we take pride in restoring these buildings to their original grandeur. This picture illustrates extremely difficult access conditions. Note the pitch of the roof. The roofing material is irreplaceable 100-year-old Italian clay tile. Our solution to the staging problem was to use foam slabs of differing density. The first pieces were soft and pliable and conformed to the tile profile. On top of that, we added a denser piece of foam glued to a plywood platform to rest ladders upon. This configuration was ideal as we could easily move ladders without breaking a single tile. If you look from top to bottom, you can see these photos represent both restoration procedures and finished results. When work is done at this level, it is both beautiful and enduring. Mon-Ray storm windows are used on projects that focus on energy conservation, environmental protection, historical restoration, and sound abatement. In addition to being installed in tens of thousands of homes across the United States, Mon-Ray storm windows have been installed in tens of thousands of schools, colleges, universities, as well as hospitals and high-rise apartment buildings. Independent studies have selected Mon-Ray storm windows as the better value for conserving energy, reducing maintenance, and abating outside noise. Here is a small selection of the many products we use. When your client wants the absolute best, Fine Paints of Europe offers a line of paints imported from Holland that maintain a high level of finish that is unequaled by anything we have found. Milk paint creates a receptive background for color to be washed into and can be manipulated to create distressed or antique appearances. It has been one of our passions to extend and refine the ways in which we use milk paint in our wall and furniture finishes. This particular brand is one of the highest quality. It simply does what it says it will do. Our choice of polish is always Renaissance, a product used in the finest museums for the fact that it doesn't add any color, dries instantly, and adds the most luxurious sheen. We are avid users of American clay, a plaster product that brings an element of warmth and beauty to any room where it's used. We use West System epoxy because it's simply the best. Used to make boats, it dries impeccably. It doesn't shrink, it doesn't expand, it sands out perfectly, and it is the ideal woodworking product. For 30-some-odd years, we have been modestly obsessed with creating finishes, glazes, washes, and treatments using milk paint. By now, we are able to deliver a wide and extraordinary range of effects on both large and small surfaces using these